The other thing that's now coming up is that some Republicans are upset with the Tea Party, even though I know you might not really know the difference between the Tea Party and Republicans. Some people may, some others don't see the difference. Some Republicans are saying the Tea Party actually cost them control of the Senate. They did take control in the House, but there's the idea that, wait a second, if Christine O'Donnell had lost to Mike Castle in Delaware and he had run against Chris Coons, he likely could have won. If Sharon Angle had lost to the, I forget who the Republican was she was running against in Nevada, Harry Reid was so disliked that likely her Republican challenger, if he had won the primary, would have won. That could have given the Senate at least a tie to Republicans, and then maybe they get one other somewhere else if the momentum had been different. So I think that's a great argument. I think the Tea Party, as we've been saying for months, was going to hurt the Republican Party.
Right. We've talked about this a lot. That's completely legitimate.
And I don't know, again, we don't know what direction the Tea Party will go. Will they be just folded into the Republican Party and kind of give up all of the few things they claim they would do, which we know they're not going to be able to do because there's simply no political will to do it? Will they just go away completely and run as incumbents, the few Tea Party candidates that won this time in 2012? I don't know what to expect, but I think that it's very clear that Republicans, mainstream Republicans who don't subscribe to the bizarre platform of the Tea Party, have much to be upset about. And we'll see where that leads them in 2012. The poll, which is up for a few more days on davidpakman.com, how effective will the Tea Party winners be at passing the changes they promised? We've mentioned, Lewis, that Rand Paul, what is Rand Paul going to be able to get done that he has suggested? Abolishing the Department of Education? No. Making any big strides on signs on businesses that say no blacks allowed? Can't imagine there's much political will to do anything there. Not that that's something he's running on. I know the emails I'll get, just something that came up. He's not going to increase the debt ceiling, period. We'll see. We'll see in a few weeks if he'll be doing that or not. So log on to davidpakman.com. Tell us what you think. Results on Thursday. Okay, I want to go through some of the book pitches we've gotten. I get sent books all the time, Lewis, and sometimes we interview people that are have written these different books. I've gotten a bunch of them. I don't know which of these people we want to interview. So what I'm thinking is we'll just put it up to the audience. If any of these sound interesting, let me know, and we'll get the authors on. If none of these sound interesting, just tell me, and we won't get any of these people on. We get these all the time. Here's the first one. The Progressive's Guide to Raising Hell by Jamie Court. How to win grassroots campaign, pass ballot box laws, and get the change we voted for. Read a little bit of it. It's pretty good. I don't know if this is something our audience wants to hear about. None of these books, by the way, I want to make clear, are sponsors of the show or anything. I've been pitched these. I'm putting it up to the audience. Is this something you want to hear about? What are your thoughts on that one, Lewis?
That one sounds pretty interesting.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Denial, a memoir of terror by Jessica Stern. One of the world's foremost experts on terrorism and PTSD investigates her own unsolved adolescent sexual assault at the hands of a serial rapist, and in doing so examines the horrors of trauma and denial. Okay, I don't know if this is right for our show, but if people want to hear about this, we'll get Jessica Stern on. Any comments, Lewis?
Sounds more like a mental health show interview to me.
You don't like that. Okay, and here's Talking to the Enemy, Faith, Brotherhood, and the Unmaking of Terrorists by Scott Atron. Terrorists don't kill and die just for a cause. They kill and die for each other. The author corrects misconceptions about suicide bombers and radical Islam, explaining how our tolerance for faith enables extremists to flourish and offers practical solutions. That may be interesting. I don't know that being tolerant actually increases terrorism. So this may be one that I might be interested in. But again, we'll leave this up to the audience.
Agreed. That sounds good.
Okay, today on the bonus show, we will be talking about a lot of things. 600 women have been raped in a dungeon, and I'll tell you what country that happened in. We'll discuss it. Debt collection companies are using fake sheriffs, judges, and entire courtrooms to scare people that owe them money. It's incredible. Robert Gibbs was involved in an altercation in India where he actually blocked a door with his foot and was irate. And Christine O'Donnell is also doing some late-night TV this week. We'll tell you which show she'll be on and talk about what to expect, all on today's bonus show. So make sure you're getting it. davidpakman.com/membership. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the liberal gene and Sharia law and plenty more. So stay tuned, davidpakman.com.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
The David Pakman Show is made possible by listeners like you and by Greenfield Savings Bank, building a strong community one account at a time, with neighborhood offices in Greenfield, Amherst, Conway, Shelburne Falls, South Deerfield, and Turners Falls, and online at greenfieldsavings.com. By the Daily Hampshire Gazette and GazetteNet.com, connecting our communities with local news and information. By DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at DIFdesign.com. Find out more about underwriting The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.